It turns out that Stranger Things Season 5 did in fact have a secret Episode 9, but it wasn't what fans were expecting, and it certainly wasn't what fans wanted. SNL just came out with a skit that pretty much roasts the entirety of Season 5 and its finale to smithereens, and makes fun of the widely held fan theory of Conformity Gate, that there is a secret finale on the way, which people still believe. By the way, mental illness at its finest. And a lot of fans are mad because there's some specific jokes made in this that kind of makes certain fandoms more angry than others. There are a lot of what people would call tasteless sex jokes. There's a joke that makes fun of Will that people are calling homophobic. And a lot of fans are just saying this skit in general is just a betrayal to Stranger Things fandom. The actors are laughing at us as fans who didn't get the finale we expected because of how shite Season 5 was. I don't want to defend SNL because I don't like SNL. I think SNL's cringe. What it basically is a consortium of people saying, oh, here are some actors that are popping off and really popular right now because of something they're in. Let's bring them in, have them pretend to be comedians, write jokes that aren't that funny, and have a fake audience laugh at them and glaze them continuously through the course of this skit that is really not that funny. That's what this is in general. But you know what? A lot of fans are overreacting to some of the key skits in this. Now, I do think some of the skits, to be fair, in that recent SNL, were a bit funny. Some of them got a little chuckle out of me. But some of these were so offensive to people. Let's get to them, okay? Now remember, I don't think any of these skits are particularly great. I think this is overhyped garbage. But you know what? Stranger Things fandom is mentally ill. Basically, this skit makes fun of a whole wide range of things. Finn Wolfhard has a whole segment where he's pretty much making fun of looksmaxers like Clavicular, that weirdo who ran over a dude with his car apparently and smacks himself in the skull and takes crystal meth or some shit. They got a whole Harry Potter skit with Jason Momoa and all these people, and I thought that was pretty good. There's this one really cringe joke where, oh, I finally saw what a woman looks like down there, and they show a Demogorgon's face. I'm like, is this funny? Like, I understand the joke. I understand all these jokes. But like, these are some of these are this was the most obvious stupid sex jokes. But then we got the Conformity Gate stuff where SNL's like, oh, listen, y'all wanted another Stranger Things episode, a secret finale. Well, we got one for you. Okay, we got a whole skit where Vecna is still alive and Eleven's still alive, and we got a whole reign of spin-offs, okay, for each character. Steve Harrington, this is probably my favorite one out of all the skits and spin-offs. Steve Harrington is a school teacher who basically has the same vibes of the substitute teacher in that one Key and Peele skit. Not as funny, but still pretty funny. He's going off on kids that are calling him a bitch. Alright, he's saying, listen, I was your age for 10 years, right? I thought that was a pretty good joke. We got Nancy Wheeler, who's essentially doing investigative reporting in her own spin-off. She's basically there when the O.J. Simpson shit's happening, in the middle of a police chase, and she's just there, you know? The trio tries to find Eleven in Iceland, alright, where the waterfalls are. I don't even think they're 3 waterfalls, but still. They try to find Eleven there, and Eleven is in fact alive. It's played by him. Some of these jokes are just fucking stupid, to be honest. But then we get to the ones that really were offensive to people, right? So Mike has become a writer, all right? Mike Wheeler's a writer, and he meets with the characters of Dustin and Lucas. And Mike is a cocaine addict, by the way, as well, because, hey, it's the 90s, cocaine was everywhere, right? And that's why he's bleeding from his nose. So he asks them, tell me about your sex lives, while he's sipping his drink in the most fruity way imaginable. So Dustin has a joke where he talks about the fact that he had a girlfriend that he just disappeared all of a sudden. Lucas has this quip that some people found funny, where he's talking about how, oh, me and Max started off hot and heavy, but then she just lies there a couple years in, like she's in a coma, right? This is sex jokes like this have been made a million times before in movies that are much funnier and a lot dumber. Oh, the sex used to be good, and now it's just like she's laying there like a robot. Bro, Will Smith and Margot Robbie were joking about this kind of shit in the movie Focus too, right? Like this is not that crazy a joke. It's not that funny, but it's not that offensive either. But a lot of people are saying this is tasteless. How dare they make fun of a coma victim in Max? This is a fictional comedy skit about a fictional character that was in a coma in fictional circumstances. Alright? Oh, it's so sexist, them talking about Max this way. This joke's been made a billion times before. The worst you can say about this joke is there's nothing original about it, and it's not funny. Basically, this entire skit makes fun of Conformity Gate. And I'm gonna be honest. I'll take the spin-off with Steve as a substitute teacher fighting with all his students over what the fuck they gave us in the finale, alright? If I'm being really, really charitable about this whole thing. The fans, you have to let the Conformity Gate stuff go. There are a lot of fans who are mad that, oh, why are they making fun of this hope and desire we had as fans for a better finale? What? Finn Wolfhard and Caleb and all those actors, they didn't have any part in the writing of these jokes. They might have accepted them and done them, but they didn't have any part in it. And two, who gives a fuck? Conformity Gate was never real. Let it go. There's still fans coping. Oh, we're going to get one in the summer. No, we're not. They're not putting any more money into this. The Duffer Brothers are on to better and greater things now with these new spin-offs. Chill. And then the skit goes to Will. Where's Will? We have all these friends. Where's Will in all this? See, Millie Bobby Brown and Sadie Sink couldn't make it, and neither could he, but Will's the one that gets called out. Alright? Well, the joke is that Will is still in that coming out scene, taking forever to come out to his friends, because that scene went on a long time in the actual show. It's making fun of the writing of that scene. Now, when a lot of people saw this, basically the scene is, this dude playing Will is like, guys, he's basically not saying he's gay, even though he's trying to say it. That's the joke. I like D. Then he sees their reaction, he's like, and D. D&D. It's stupid. It's really dumb. But a lot of people are saying this is the most homophobic thing ever. How could they do this? How could they make fun of a powerful moment of this character coming out, something that was so personal and integral to his character? How could they make fun of it? First of all, who gives a fuck if they make fun of a fictional character? Who gives a fuck? This happens all the time. I make fun of, people, Bucky shooting bullets at Thanos in Wakanda. It was dumb for people were like, why were Black Widow and Bucky shooting tasers and bullets at Thanos, a freaking pretty much a god with the Infinity Gauntlet? People were making fun of them for that. Bucky and Black Widow had no other choice, right? They were in the right. They were in the right to do that. But people make fun of them because they're like, whoa, she's shooting a taser at Thanos. What the fuck is this stupid bitch doing? Right? You could argue that people are making fun of them for no reason, but they got made fun of. They got roasted. Are we gonna cry and bitch about it? Who gives a fuck? It's a fictional character. And this is me saying it. I'm someone who obsesses about fictional characters all day in movies. Number two, this is the most tame joke ever. If you really think about it. They weren't even talking about the gay shit. They weren't making fun of a gay person for coming out. They were making fun of the scene itself. It parodies the poor writing of the scene and how long it went on. In fact, that he's doing this with characters that shouldn't even be there, right? The timing of the scene, everything about it was just cringe. Not the fact that it's a gay person. Oh, look at this pathetic gay guy coming out, right? They're not doing that. Why? It's SNL. They're liberal more than anything. You think they're gonna do that shit? If they told me to write a joke about that, they're like, Zaffy, make this joke about this gay person coming out as edgy as possible. Get close to the edge without jumping. I'm gonna go way crazier than what they did. They were tame compared to what I would do. And listen, people would say, oh, you're a homophobe, you're a right-wing grifter homophobe. I'm not any of those things, first of all, right? I'm not anti-woke on this channel at all. But if I was making a joke in a comedy skit, I'm going way, way, way riskier than they did. That wasn't even funny compared to what I would come up with. And you know what? To be fair, I thought the joke itself made sense. And then we have some, oh my god, bro, some shills online saying, how could these stars, Finn Wolfhard, Caleb, how could they do this knowing that Noah, one of their co-stars, their friends, is gay? They're making fun of him. This is insane. Are these people fucking stupid and brain dead? Are they bad? People are genuinely asking, are these be bad friends to Noah? As if no one's gonna care. Here's the truth. Again, they don't write these comedy scenes. Yeah, they might have accepted it, but number two, I'm sure Noah doesn't care. I wouldn't even be surprised if they literally talked to Noah about this, saying, yo, by the way, there's a joke about the coming out scene, and Noah's like, it's all good. I know that all these actors found that scene cringe to act in. I know that all these actors laugh at that scene kind of low-key, alright? Now, let's talk about the insensitive claims. Is it insensitive to gay people? Is it insensitive to Noah? Because he's a co-star, he's one of your friends, he's gay, he's outwardly gay, right? A lot of fans are saying, we stand with you, Noah. You're loved. Don't let this SNL skit homophobic shit come at you. I find it so funny that people are talking about insensitivity when it comes towards this actor. This is the same actor that did this during shit that's happening with those countries. Oh my god, I'm gonna get demonetized, am I? All I'm saying is a lot of people would find this insensitive. Especially with the comments he made before that, doubling down on them, overshadowing some of the deaths and the pain and suffering of a certain group of people that are being displaced and ethnically cleansed, by the way. I'm just saying, a lot of people could find this insensitive. And yes, he did apologize for it because he saw the backlash, but he did double down on this beforehand, even though he saw backlash when he first tweeted and said those comments, right? A lot of his fans and a lot of people seeing this were like, well, what's the issue with him doing this? He's just talking about solidarity for a specific group of people. Even though that word that he was prancing around and creating stickers for has been associated with negative stuff, and a lot of people are against it, which he didn't expect, so that's why he apologized to save face. A lot of people are like, what's the issue with this? He's not going at another group. He's just making a comment about another one. Okay, fine. I'm gonna throw that right back in your face. What's the problem with this? It's literally a joke about the cringe nature of the scene, not making fun of a gay person for being gay. You keep that same fucking energy, no offense. That's all I'm gonna say. He doubled down on his comments before apologizing. You remember that? Stickers of that quote that a lot of people hated online. Insensitive my ass. Keep that same energy. I just love the crocodile tears from all these people who are they're so woke about this type of shit, but then when it comes to other certain issues that are a lot bigger right now, they're silent. Very, very interesting. And look, SNL is not above making jokes about that type of shit too. Remember the Hamas joke that was made on the Timothy Chalamet sketch that got a lot of backlash? A lot of people hated this. Now, I am not someone who got offended by that because I thought the joke was fucking dumb, to be honest. They're making fun of Hamas. Okay, fine, whatever. I don't care, personally. At worst, to me, it was like, it's ill-timed because it's off the back of a conflict that's really bad right now, and it's not funny as a joke. But you know what? This is nothing compared to that. Because at least with that, you can say, okay, well, that's ill-timed, and morally, it's probably not good to make a joke about that. Versus this, where we're making a joke about a scene in which there's a gay person, not about the gay person itself being gay, right? There's different moral weights here. So I just find it funny that we're harping on this. We're overreacting about this joke. All these SNL jokes are fucking stupid. What this SNL skit really shows me is every actor that participated in this and the writers of SNL are all keenly aware of something that many Conformity Gate fans aren't, right? Stranger Things failed to end in a way that was satisfying to fans. And that failure was one for the ages, all right? This is beyond the Game of Thrones ending, in my opinion. A lot of people say this is Game of Thrones level bad. I will say, Game of Thrones ending was bad, but it wasn't bad to the point where it had literal Conformity Gate conspiracy theorists. Maybe were there people saying the finale was a fake out and there's a new one coming? Maybe they did then too. But Stranger Things, this is a different kind of cope. This finale was just so bad that people were like, this can't be real. The Duffer Brothers, are you listening? Are you watching all this? Are you seeing this online? You did this, my friends. Congratulations. You destroyed your own show in the course of like a couple episodes. Like, honestly, bro, even the Will coming out scene and how cringe that episode was in general, that's not even that big of a deal when it comes down to it. Your finale was just... the first hour completely castrated the show. I don't know what else you want me to say. I've made so many videos on Stranger Things. I got so many views from Stranger Things. I love it. Your failure is bringing me views. You know why? Because a lot of people are keenly aware that you fucked up. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zafy Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. This movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.